What does the research say about screen time and sleep quality? I just asked Claude a simple question about phone use and sleep, and look what came back. It's citing actual research papers, specific studies, and actual scientific findings. And check this out, I can click on any of these citations, and this will take me to an actual peer-reviewed scientific paper. Models from Claude and ChatGPT are really good reasoning engines, but unfortunately they still hallucinate and have limited tools for performing research. This is not something you want when factual accuracy is a must. If you're asking medical questions or you're a scholar or researcher, it's simply not good enough for the AI to go and Google the answer and cite some blog. The answers produced by this agent, though, is based on actual peer-reviewed papers. Let me show you the difference though. Here's another conversation in Claude, this time without my new workflow. So Claude seems very confident in its answer, but if you have a look at the tools that were called, these are basically Google searches. Let's just pull up one of these articles, and this is from News Medical, which was written by one person. There was some kind of review as well. And even worse, this is actually sitting behind a paywall, so I have no idea what was actually said in this article. Or let's pull up one more. So this one was published back in 2020, and again, if I actually try to look at the contents of this article, I really don't see anything. It just kind of cites a whole bunch of references, and I can't seem to read it myself. So then what's the difference between this and my new workflow? Well, if we jump back to the previous conversation, the difference is this MCP tool called Consensus. Now, this is free to use, you don't have to pay a thing, and you can start using it today, and it's really easy to set up. In fact, this tool is useful for more than just a Claude Code desktop app. I'll also show you how you can use the Consensus MCP in Claude Code, and finally, I'll show you how you can actually build an application that is driven by the Consensus MCP. In fact, you can add the Consensus MCP to any agent that supports it. That could even be your OpenClaw assistant. Right, first things first, we do have to create an account with Consensus. I'll leave a link in the description of this video. As I mentioned, you can use this MCP server for free, so you don't have to pay a thing. If you want, you can definitely upgrade as well. Personally, I'm using the Pro plan. I'm not going to spend too much time on the Consensus website itself, but if you just wanted to use Consensus directly to perform research, you can do that as well. They've got a really cool user interface, so you can just ask questions here, like, I don't know, what does the research say about screen time and sleep quality? You can switch between Pro mode and Deep mode. You can even change the corpus, so under All, you get access to over 200 million research papers. Or if your question is medical, you can switch over to this medical corpus, which gives the agent access to the top medical journals and guidelines. There's about 8 million papers. Then we can simply fire this off. And this agent is now digging through millions of documents to give us the best possible answer based on peer-reviewed research. And then the agent gives us an answer, and on the right we can see all of the cited research papers. Really cool. Now, setting all of this up in the Claude desktop app is really simple. Simply go to this little plus button, go to connectors, then go to add connector, then search for Consensus, then let's click on connect, then just click on connect again, and that is it. Claude will now have access to the Consensus MCP server. When you click on connectors again, you should see it in the list of available connectors. And now we can even take it a step further. We can use something like Cowork to create like presentations for us using actual research. Like let's say using actual research papers, create a PowerPoint slide on the following. And then I'll just ask that same question again. And cool, let's send this. Right, we can already see that Claude is using the Consensus MCP to perform all of this research. And if I just move my camera for a second, you can see the Consensus tool was pulled in the context over here. But of course, creating things like presentations is not why you're here. We are AI builders. So how can we use the Consensus MCP to build applications using something like Claude Code? I'm going to show you two really cool uses for this MCP server. The first one is to use it during planning mode, and secondly, if you build an application that's got an AI agent embedded in it, you can use the MCP server within your app. Let's have a look at using planning mode first, and this makes a big difference. If you are tasked with building an app that needs to be scientifically accurate to something, this is the way to go. In order to install the Consensus MCP in Claude Code, I'll actually link to this article in the description. All you have to do is copy this command. Then in your project, you can just run this command in the terminal. I am going to change one thing after consensus. I'm going to add a dash S for scope, and I'm going to install this at project level. All this will do is create this .mcp.json file with this configuration. Now, when I start Claude Code, let's just run /mcp. We can see that consensus is indeed available. And if yours is showing not authenticated, this option should show authenticate. So you just click on that. That will open up your browser and you can authenticate yourself. So let's say you're building an application where research actually matters. This is actually what I call research-backed planning. So instead of us just going off the agent's training data or us just kind of passing it information, we'll assign the Consensus MCP server to the agent so that it can actually go and do research on our behalf and propose an application design that is based on actual science and research. This is very common if you are building science or medical-based applications. So I'm going to go to planning mode and let's say I'm building a sleep optimization app. I mean, I'm sure we've all tried to build apps like, fitness tracker apps or diet apps, and how much of that was actually based and rooted in actual science. Research the science behind sleep cycles, circadian rhythm, and evidence-based techniques for improving sleep quality. Use this to inform the feature set and recommendations engine. Now let's send this. And it's actually calling consensus a few times. I noticed up here it called consensus 4 times, then it called it 3 times again. Now it's calling consensus 3 times again. So it's really spending a lot of time doing research for us. So I'll just let Claude Code cook and we'll have a look at the final plan. All right, cool. So Claude just did a whole bunch of research. Now it's synthesizing this into a concrete plan for the app. If we have a look at the feature set, there's actually a lot that's gone into this, like chronotype assessments, sleep diaries, smart bedtime and wake calculators, daily habit trackers. But this time, Claude isn't guessing what needs to go into a sleep app. This is based on actual studies. So let's just approve the plan and build the app. All right, so let's have a look at the result. Welcome to Sleep Buddy, the evidence-based sleep optimization companion. Every recommendation is grounded in peer-reviewed research. Sounds good to me. Let's get started. So it's asking about your age. Obviously I'm 25, I'm male, continue. What, you don't believe me? I just had a hard life, all right? If you have no commitments, what time of day do you naturally wake up? So I'll say before 6, and I'll just actually go ahead and complete some of these. Let's click on continue. So we can set sleep goals, and we want to sleep for 8 hours, complete setup. All right, so the app collected a whole bunch of information on us, and obviously this is all based on actual studies and research. So we've got our sleep log, we've got a habit tracker, we even have insights and trends if we use this for about 2 nights. We've got CBTI, which is a cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, a nap advisor, and this is just really, really cool and detailed. And if I built this myself, I definitely wouldn't have the knowledge to tell the agent to add all of these features. So this is why I call this research-backed planning. We're not guessing, we're actually asking the agent to research actual studies and research papers to design our application. Let's take this a step further. We just used this MCP server to help us plan our application. But in modern times, a lot of apps have AI functionality baked into it. So let's say we wanted some kind of chat interface where we could ask the agent questions about, research around sleep. But we don't want the agent to guess or to answer from its own training data. It needs to use this Consensus MCP server. Right, so to get started, we just have to set a few things up in the project, but this will take less than a minute. The first thing we need to do is to install the AI SDK. So we can simply copy this command from aisdk.dev. Then in the project, I'm just going to run that command. Then the only other thing we have to do is give the AI SDK access to an actual AI model. So I'll just create a .env file in the root of the project. And for inference, I'm just going to use OpenRouter. So I'll just add the OpenRouter API key. which is equal to, then I'll just create a new API key, and I'll add it to the .env file. Then that's actually it. I'm going to go back into planning mode, and let's say I've just installed the AI SDK, and I added the OpenRouter API key to the .env file. Then I'm just going to copy this model name. For the model, let's use this one over here. I want to add a chat interface to this app that the users can pull up at any time, and they can use this to ask the model question about sleeping habits or anything that's related to this, sleep app. But I don't want the model to guess the answers. It must always use the Consensus MCP to search through research papers to answer the user's question. Then I'll link to this article in the description as well. And these are the instructions for using the Consensus MCP server. So I'm just going to copy this and let's paste it into the chat. Keep in mind that Consensus uses an OAuth token to authenticate the user. And the AI SDK version 6 does support MCP tools as well as authenticating using OAuth. So when the user interfaces with this agent or with this chat window, they should first authenticate themselves on Consensus. All right, this should be fun. Let's send it. Cool, the plan is ready for review, but first, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Claude Code content. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers, so every subscriber is appreciated. Alright, looking at the plan, it's just going to install a few more dependencies related to the AI SDK. So I'm actually just going to approve this plan, and let's see what Claude comes up with. The thing that I'm really interested in is to see how we're going to authenticate with Consensus. And I do see a step here that says that there should be a button that says connect to Consensus. And that is how we'll do that OAuth authentication. It's the same way we did it within the Claude desktop app. All right, let's have a look at the app. If we click on this chat bubble, we need to connect to Consensus first. So this is because Consensus uses OAuth. So I'm just going to approve this. And now this should work. Fingers crossed. Let's say, hey there, I'm Sleep Buddy, research assistant, here to help you explore the science of sleep. And maybe just to go full circle, let's ask the exact same question that we asked in Claude Desktop. What does the research say about screen time and sleep quality? Alright, so it's actually using the Consensus MCP to perform research. And look at all of these sources. So we get our full answer, but we also get all of these different references. And yes, if I open these up, these do link to the actual research papers. So if you are building apps where research and accuracy really matter, then I definitely recommend checking out Consensus MCP. And if you use the link in the description, and I'll show it on the screen right now, you will get 1 week access to the Pro plan for free. I hope you found this video useful. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.